Hello and welcome back to my channel, and in today's tutorial we're going to look at some vector geometry, some exam style questions. We are going to begin with some easy vector algebra, and then we are going to move on to some challenging problems which will involve some ratios and similar triangles, which are of course in the context of vectors. This tutorial is suitable if you're sitting for your IGCSEs. It doesn't matter if you're sitting for Cambridge or Edexcel board. Both of them, they have the same content. And if you find this tutorial helpful, make sure that you hit the subscribe button because it really motivates me. And let me know which other topics you would like to revise with me, as we all know that we are left with very little time until you take your IGCSEs this year. All right, so let us begin. Take your paper, pencil, and whatever you need, your calculator, and let's begin with some focused revision on vector geometry. Yeah, let's begin. So let's look at the first question. What do we have here? The diagram shows triangle OAP and parallelogram OALK. So we have a triangle and we also have a parallelogram over here. The position vector of A is A, so we know that this position vector is A. Okay, let us see, this position vector is A, and we also know that the point K is on AB such that AK is 1 and KB is 2. All right, so find the position vector of L in terms of A and B. In simplest form. All right, so we need to find the position vector of L. That means we need to find OL. What is the vector OL? Position vectors, they start from the origin. Remember, they always start from the origin. So that is going to be OL. So OL, so we need to think what path OL will take. Okay, so OL could be found by taking the path along this OA plus AL. Somebody would like to take the path OK plus KL, or you may also go this way, OA, AK, and then KL. It depends upon what comes to your mind at that moment. I am going to take the path OA plus AL. Now remember, since this is a parallelogram, AL is same as OK. So I may replace this as OA, which is A, and plus OK. Yeah, because it's a parallelogram, it's going to be the same. These two are going to be the same, right? So let us try to find out what is OK. OK, you need to start from O and end at K. So I can go it in this way. Yeah, so it's going to be A plus AK. So let us replace that. This is going to be A plus AK. Remember, this A is because of OK. Yeah, I feel that's okay. All right, okay. So that's 2A plus, let's find what is AK. AK is going to be 1 part out of 3. Because the ratio is 1:2. That means the total is 3. So 1 part out of the total 3 parts of the total length AB. Right? So this is going to be 2A plus 1/3 of AB. Let us see what is AB. AB is going to be minus A plus B. So that's minus A plus B. Let us expand the brackets and simplify. So this is going to be 2A minus 1/3 A plus 1/3 B. Remember, this might come in a non-calculator paper this year. So how do we do the fractions? I'm going to show you one. So if this is 1 here, so make the denominator same. So times by 3. So this is going to be 6 over 3A minus 1 over 3A plus 1/3 B. So 6 minus 1 gives me 5. 5/3 A plus 1/3 B. So this is going to be 5/3 A plus 1/3 B. So that's about it. 4 marks for this question. All right. Question 2. The diagram shows a trapezium OPQR. O is the origin, and it's been given to us that OR is A, OB is B, and RQ, that means this length over here, is 3/5 of OP. So I can write this as 3/5 of B, because we can see that it is going to be 3/5 of B. All right, now we need to find PQ. So let us think what path we are going to take to find PQ. You need to start at P. So you must write down your path, because that's helpful. This is what 2 marks. So if you don't write, it's okay. But if it's like more than 2 marks, you must write it down. So minus B. Why is it minus? Because you're going against the direction. So it's going to be minus B plus A plus 3/5 of B. Right? So we're going this way from here till there. Okay, so let us combine these two. So we are having minus, so we are going to combine the b's. So let's write it as minus 5/5b plus 3/5b plus a. So when I write minus 5/5, it's nothing but 1. Yeah, but that helps me with the fraction. So this works out to be minus 2/5 b plus a, right? So that's minus 2/5 b plus a. So alphabetical order, a minus 2/5 b. It looks nice when you write it in alphabetical order. Now, when PQ and OR are extended, they intersect at W. So in this diagram, if I can copy this diagram down there, let me just do that. So, all right. So if I extend OR and I extend PQ and they meet at the point W, find the position vector of W. That means we need to work out what is OW. This is our question. Yeah. So here we can see a small triangle, this one, and we can also see a larger triangle over here. So we're going to make use of similar triangles, small triangle and the large triangle. So in similar triangles, we look at the scale factor. So clearly you can see what is the scale factor. If this is B, this is 3/5 B, right? So here the scale factor is from small to big. It is going to be, we can write it as OP is equal to 5 parts out of 3, or we can just write what was given to us, which is RQ is equal to 3/5 of B. Yeah, it means that RW will also be equal to 3/5 of the total length, which is OW. Yeah, but we don't know what is RW, so it makes sense to think about taking OR. Okay, so if R is 3 parts out of the total 5, so this is 3 of the total 5, this has to be 2 parts, right? So it is going to be 2/5 of OW. What does that mean? It means that if you cross multiply, 5/2 times OR is going to be my OW, right? So OW is going to be 5/2 times A. So this is going to be 5/2 times A. That's your final answer. All right. Let's move on to question number 3. Here, OA is X and OB is Y. OD is given to you as 3/7 of X plus 4/7 of Y. we need to calculate the ratio AD to DB. All right, we need to calculate what is this ratio. Yeah, so how does the point D divide AB? So I'm going to try and calculate what is AD first. Let me connect this. Okay, so AD is going to be, you need to start at A, so we're going to minus X plus OD. Yeah, so it's going to be minus X plus OD. And what is OD? OD is nothing but, that's given to you, 3/7 of X plus 4/7 of Y. Let us combine the like terms. Again, here we need to combine the x's together. So I'm going to just rewrite this as minus 7 over x. I mean minus 7x over 7 plus 3 over 7x plus 4 over 7y. Combine the fractions together. So that gives me minus 4 over 7x plus 4 over 7y. Now, if you want to find out the ratio, if somebody calculates a dB, it would be hard to see what is the ratio that D divides AB. Yeah, so it makes sense for me to calculate what is the total length, which is AB. So let us try and calculate what is AB. AB is going to be minus x plus y. Straightforward, minus x plus y. Now let us compare what is the relationship between AD and AB. So here, if I can take a common factor as 4 over 7, I can see that I'm left with minus x plus y, which is nothing but 4 over 7 of AB. So I understand over here that AB is 4 parts out of the total 7 parts. So AD, if it is 4 parts out of the total 7, DB has to be 3 parts. Only then you're going to get a total of 7. So the ratio is 4:3. Be careful that you read what ratio is being asked. If it was DB to AD, then it will be 3:4. If you do not read correctly, then you may not get the full mark over here. Yeah. Question 4. Now this is simple vector algebra. Find 3 times q, 3q. Yeah. So this is simple. 3 times -1 times 1, multiply to x and multiply to y. So that is going to be minus 3 and 3. P minus q. So 2 and 3 for P and -1 and 1 for Q. Let us subtract. 2 minus 1 is going to give me 3 and 3 minus 1 is going to give me 2, right? So that's it for part 2. Part 3, this is magnitude. What is the formula for magnitude? The magnitude is given as x square plus y square. What is x and y? The top in the vector is x and this is y. Yeah, so vector is basically telling you it's the movement from one point to another. So how many units move along x and how many units you move along y. So this is going to be 2 square plus 3 square. That is then 4 plus 9 square root 13. Mind you, if it's a non-calculator paper, then of course you're going to get a perfect square over here. But at this point, I'm just going to make use of the calculator and work out what is square root of 13. That is equal to 3.61. Correct to 3 significant figures. Yeah. Part B. B is a point 2, 7 and AB is given to you as -4 and 6. We need to find out what are the coordinates of A. So let us begin with AB. The vector AB is found as OB minus OA. It's always the second minus the first. Why? Because if you think about the vector OA and vector OB, okay, and you want to find the vector AB. If I'm finding the vector AB, I need to do, if the vector OA is in this direction and OB is in this direction, I'm going to do then minus OA and plus OB. That's why it is always second minus first. Easy to remember, no need to draw the sketch. Yeah, so this is minus 4 and 6. OB is going to be 2 and 7. And OA I need to work out. So let's make OA as the subject. So this is going to be 2, 7 minus negative 4, 6. Add the x with x, corresponding x's. So that's going to be 6. And 7 minus 6 is going to be 1. That's about it. Part C. In the triangle OGM, M is the midpoint. So we know that the ratio here is 1:1. Yeah. And K divides a GH in the ratio 5:2. So of course, this is going to be 5 and this is going to be 2 parts. OG is G and OH is H. So it means that this is going to be H/2 and H/2 because the ratio is 1:1 since it's a midpoint. Yeah, the ratio is 1:1. Right. Now we need to find MK. MK is going to be then, there are several routes that you can take. I'm just going to take the shortest one. I'm going to try and go this way. Yeah. So I'm going to then put an arrow here. So I'm going to go MH and then HK. So that's going to be MH plus HK. MH is going to be H/2. HK is going to be 2 parts out of the total 7 because we have 2 plus 7, 2 plus 5, 2 plus 5, that is 7. 2 parts out of 7 of HG. So H/2 plus 2/7 of HG. So this is minus H plus G. Minus H plus G. So let's work this out. Expand the brackets. H/2 minus 2/7H plus 2/7G. Right? So let's combine the H's together. Here the LCM is 14. Common denominator of 2 and 7 is 14. So you should be multiplying. You can do it on the side. I'm going to do it on the side just to explain you. 2/7H. So since I know that the common denominator is 14, I'm going to multiply this by 7. And I'm going to multiply here by 2. So this works out to be 7H minus 4H divided by 14. So that is going to be then 7 minus 4, 3H plus 2/7G. So that's your final answer. 3/14H plus 2/7G. It doesn't matter which one you write first, but it would look nice or common sense to write the G first, but it's okay if somebody writes H first. Doesn't matter which one you write first, yeah? Okay, question 5. P minus Q. So 2, 8 minus -1 and 4. So add the corresponding x's. So 2 minus -1, that's 3. 8 minus 4, that is 4. So we're going to have 3 and 4. 6p, that means 6 times the vector p. So multiply to both x and y. So that gives me 12 and 48. Now, here we need to find the magnitude of p minus q. So we already found the vector, what is p minus q. Now let's find the magnitude of that. So it's going to be x square plus y square. That is 9 plus 16, which is 25. Square root of 25 is 5. So the magnitude is 5 units. Let's move on to question 6. Part A. A has coordinates -2 and 7. B has coordinates 1, -5. C has coordinates 5, 4. Find the coordinates of the midpoint of line AB. All right. So this is basic straight line geometry. So -2 plus 1, x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Yeah, that's the midpoint formula. So that gives me -half, and 7 minus 5 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Now we need to find the vector AC. Again, as we did in the previous question, it's going to be OC minus OA. So OC minus OA, what is OC? OC is going to be the position vector of C, which is 5 and 4. Given to you in the question, 5 and 4. And A is being given to you -2 and 7. -2 and 7. So 5 plus 2 is 7. 4 minus 7 is -3. And now we need to find the magnitude of the vector AC. Again, x squared plus y squared. So 7 square plus -3 square. So that's 49 plus, it's going to be 3 square, which is 9. So this works out to be square root 58, which is 7.62, correct to 3 significant figures. Yeah. And that's about it. Thank you for watching. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, and I will see you soon with some other new tutorial. Thank you for watching. Bye.